And Victoria, New South Wales, for those in Victoria, the 5-day lockdown had an enormous cost to the business. Many in regional areas are still scratching their heads as to why they were included in it. Surely it was a metropolitan thing that could have occurred, but I guess there were some flights that occurred that they were concerned about, but might have really been an overreaction for the regional areas to be included. But businesses that have been hit hard by the recent circuit breaker are going to be given a cash injection to help return revenue lost over the 5 days. Now, the package is worth $143 million, largely be directed to businesses in events, tourism, hospitality and accommodation, said the Minister for Industry and Support and Recovery, Martin Pakula. The popular travel voucher scheme has also been expanded with a new Melbourne initiative introduced, which will offer $40,200 vouchers for travel in Greater Melbourne, while an additional $10,000 for regional Victoria. And again, I mean, if people in Melbourne want a holiday, surely $200 would be better spent going into a region the other way around. I mean, let's get the regions going. Is this how Labor in government work, where most of its seats are in Melbourne, so it gives 40,000 vouchers to Melbourne and then 10,000 to the regions, when surely the damage that's been done to the regions, largely with their 5-day circuit breaker, is of significance when it didn't need to have been done and now has been, and accommodation and the ability to be able to fill events and so forth just completely lost. It seems to be the wrong way around for mine. An estimated $92 million of the overall scheme will include a business cost assistance program, grants of $2,000 for employing and non-employing businesses in hospitality, food, wholesaling, tourism, events and retail businesses, and another $24.9 million will go to a licensed hospitality venue fund, which will give previous recipients of this grant an automatic one-off payment of $3,000. Mr. Pakula said a full list of businesses eligible for support will be available on the Business Victoria website the next day or two, and he said we're sending money towards those who need it the most. Well, why do we have the shutdown in regional areas if now we're paying $137 million to compensate? Surely a lot of businesses that don't qualify clearly for the money have had costs that have been incurred, wages being paid, non-productivity. I mean, how do you account for this? Annual leave days? Are they standing down people for those 3 days that they lost? Or you get this becomes a really difficult one. A total of 50,000 businesses, including sole traders, are expected to be assisted by the package. But I say, what about the businesses outside of the criteria and outside of the metropolitan area?